hard too. So, of course, the narcissist will also make you tired by all the arguing and the fights and the abuse they use against you, like the toxicity and the way they manipulate, control, and abuse you. That's really exhausting for every human creature, every soulful creature. So besides the fact that their whole energy is exhausting because that's just their aura, really. There are people who are really giving and nurturing and warm. Usually that's the empath. That's something you can see with dogs, animals, children. So if children and dogs and animals are drawn to someone, they are usually very empathic, very compassionate, loving, kind in their nature, and they have good energy. Because dogs really don't lie. And children also have a really good nose for energy. But the narcissist is also abusing you and accusing you and gossiping and toxic and is complaining and is constantly focused on the negative. Like the victimized narcissist constantly complains about how everyone all the time is always has been mistreating them from early on, like childhood, like every day. And they are so miserable and traumatized and victimhood because of all these things everyone always did to them, because they are the victim. That's the victimized narcissist, and he loves it there. That's their comfort place. And you as an empath would say, like, oh, like, take your time with healing, and there's nothing you can say, because I think I once said, because he said it to me once, like, we go through these things for a reason, which I'm convinced of. Doesn't mean it's not hard, but he started, like every other person would be, yeah, you might be right, it's still hard, but he would start crying dramatically. I'm like, it's fucking hard, man. And I never would judge or blame someone who's crying, but he was not really crying. Like, he was fake crying. A lot of times narcissists are really numb in their nature. So they take on a mask of happiness, they take on a mask of sadness. Usually they are in a state of fear, trauma, anger, rage, numbness. I would consider most of them really, really disconnected from their true feeling. And then they would say something like, I'm so happy. And you're like, and when he cried, I'm really sorry, but that was just fake crying.